Much like a scene straight out of a movie, every hero once had a hero of their own. World Cup 2026, or rather 2006, yes, Mbappe himself was sitting right in front of the TV screen, just like the rest of us. He was even tiny back then, being only 8 years old. Zinedine Zidane's last dance was exactly Mbappe's very first memory of the World Cup. He told himself, as well as millions of people across the Hexagon, that Zidane is his eternal idol. And perhaps Mbappe never expected this either. He himself would eventually inherit both the iconic number 10 shirt and the captain's armband, and even have the opportunity to aim for monumental World Cup records while wearing the French national team jersey. Up to this point, the 27-year-old forward has already pocketed 12 goals after just 2 World Cup campaigns. This impressive tally includes 4 goals at the 2018 World Cup and double the love at the 2022 World Cup, the tournament where he rightfully became the Golden Boot winner. For a player who made his debut on the biggest stage on the planet at just 19 years old, Mbappe still has plenty of time on his hands. His great physical condition and consistent performance allow him to appear in at least 2 to 3 more World Cups. Extending his playing time to the year 2030 or even 2034, when he will be 36 years old, is a completely realistic goal. To truly understand the power of this goal-scoring machine, we need to take a specific look back at the path he has traveled. At the age of 19, Mbappe got to taste the feeling of lifting the golden trophy. The 2018 World Cup in Russia was the launchpad that made his name famous all over the globe. During the face-off against Argentina in the round of 16, he accelerated like an F1 race car, leaving everyone in awe as he scored a brace in the 64th and 68th minutes, helping the Gallic Roosters secure a 4-3 victory in the end. Making it to the final against Croatia, he continued to put his name on the scoreboard with a decisive, long-range shot in the 65th minute. Les Bleus won the match 4-2. 4 years later, at the age of 23, he stepped into the 2022 World Cup, carrying the weight of the team on his shoulders. Even though they didn't successfully defend their crown, Mbappe's performance in Qatar truly belongs in the textbooks. In the final match, France was trailing Argentina 0-2 all the way until the 79th minute, standing right on the edge of collapse, when Mbappe boldly made his voice heard. He scored 2 goals in quick succession in the 81st and 81st minutes, bringing the game right back to the starting line. When Messi re-established the lead in the 108th minute, Mbappe once again tied it up 3-3 with a cold-blooded penalty kick in the 118th minute. The French national team ended up losing 2-4 in the penalty shootout, but Mbappe had played the game of a lifetime. During a conversation with Jorge Valdano on Movistar Plus's Universo Valdano program, Mbappe frankly stated that the 2022 World Cup had taught him the true meaning of winning. His goal right now is to come back and fight for the title with more maturity and much more careful preparation. He shared that he isn't looking for revenge, but rather he is chasing perfection. That maturity is clearly showing through the numbers at his new club. Ever since putting on the Real Madrid shirt, Mbappe has upgraded himself into an even sharper version. 38 goals and 6 assists across all competitions this season, including 13 goals in the Champions League, currently leading the top scorer list. In-depth statistics point out that Mbappe is currently leading the entire squad when it comes to sprinting speed and attacking efficiency. His current footballing mindset is a perfect combination of patience, intelligence, and clinical finishing skills. Returning to the national team level, two massive records are beckoning Mbappe at the remaining World Cup tournaments of his career. The very first record is the title of the greatest goalscorer in World Cup history. German legend Miroslav Klose is currently holding the ultimate milestone with 16 goals. In order to achieve this impressive number, Klose needed up to 4 World Cup campaigns. Specifically, the German striker scored 5 goals in 2002, 5 goals in 2006, 4 goals in 2010, and finally, 2 goals in 2014. As previously mentioned, Mbappe currently has 12 goals to his name after participating in just 2 tournaments. He only needs 5 more goals to officially dethrone Klose. With his central position on the attacking line of the French national team, along with his incredible scoring rate displayed in this prestigious arena, that day is really not far away. The second record is breathtakingly huge, and it would represent a truly magnificent dream. Is there a real possibility of winning 3 World Cup championships, just like the king of football, Pelé, if he successfully leads the current generation to the championship in 2026 and continues to maintain his top form all the way until 2030 or 2034, he could actually pull off the impossible. To turn those highly ambitious goals into reality, Mbappe needs a very solid launch pad. The current French national team is fully meeting that exact requirement. In a recent conversation with the Telefoot channel, the captain of Les Bleus analyzed the strength of his squad in great detail, just ahead of the tournament taking place 2 months from now. Mbappe evaluated that the current squad, led by head coach Didier Deschamps, possesses an outstanding amount of talent and potential compared to their 2022 World Cup version. However, he maintained a very cautious attitude when raising the question of whether this current lineup is actually stronger or not. According to him, true strength has to be proven by actual results, right there on the pitch. But Mbappe heavily emphasized that the entire team simply has to win. He shared that he himself has witnessed many generations of the French national team completely packed with talent, but ultimately walking away empty-handed. Because of that, if they want to be placed on the same scale and compared to the golden generations of the past, the current collective still has a massive amount of work they need to finish. Alongside his assessments of the team, Mbappe also opened up about the gradual change in his personal role. Sharing on Telefoot, the 27-year-old forward recalled his very first days putting on the national team jersey. Back in 2017, when he first stepped foot into the national squad, the French collective at that time was already well established and had previously reached the Euro 2016 final. At that time, he considered himself to be just like a decorative cherry on top of the cake. He was simply a highly anticipated young talent with a lot of expectations. Fast forward to 2022, and everything completely changed. He became the brightest star, the absolute core in every single attacking play. All the attention from both the public and the opponents was heavily focused on the number 10 player. His teammates made every effort to support and take care of him to the maximum extent out there on the field. But stepping into the new cycle, heading towards North America 2026, his responsibilities have only increased further. Right now, he clearly understands exactly what the head coach and his teammates expect from him. His current mission is also to create open space for the people around him and truly take care of the rest of the team. He shared that he himself is already a highly experienced professional, while many new teammates joining the national squad are still quite unfamiliar with everything. Mbappe jokingly said that it feels really weird to have to speak in the style of an older man, even though he isn't actually old at all. The goal-scoring statistics at the national team level also firmly confirm this absolute influence. After 9 years of dedication, Mbappe has accumulated 56 goals, standing right next to the record of 57 goals currently held by his veteran teammate, Olivier Giroud. With just 2 more times finding the back of the net, Mbappe will officially become the greatest goalscorer in the entire history of French football. The form of the French national team during their warm-up stretch is bringing a whole series of positive signals. They have just gone through some high-quality matches against South American representatives. In the match against Colombia, France secured a comfortable 3-1 victory. Young talent Désiré Doué shined brightly with a brace in the 30th and 56th minutes. Marcus Thuram doubled the lead in the 41st minute. The lone goal, pulled back by Jaminton Campaz, was simply not enough to cause any real trouble for the European representatives. Prior to that, it was even more impressive when France took down Brazil 2-1. It was Mbappe himself who broke the deadlock with the opening goal in the 32nd minute. Hugo Ekitike then extended the lead in the 65th minute. Bremer's goal to narrow the gap in the 78th minute wrapped up a pivotal match, completely affirming the true strength of Didier Deschamps' players. However, Mbappe clearly understands that the road to the very top requires the synergy of his form at the club level. Answering the media, the 27-year-old striker affirmed that the absolute best way to step into the World Tournament in peak physical condition is to capture every single trophy with Real Madrid. At this current moment, the Spanish Royal Club is fiercely chasing Barcelona on the La Liga standings, as well as pouring all their energy into the Champions League arena. The journey from the Bernabeu Stadium to the grass pitches of North America is clearly mapped out. Mbappe is currently holding all the necessary pieces of the puzzle right in his hands. He has a perfect launchpad named Real Madrid to help him maintain his feel for the ball. He has an elite legion named the French national team completely ready to back him up. Even more importantly, he possesses a mind that has been forged through both dazzling glory and the red-hot fire of defeat. The number 10 shirt of the French national team is eagerly awaiting new chapters of history. In 2006, that very shirt was entangled with lingering regret. In 2018, the shirt rose up to welcome the golden rain in Moscow. In 2022, it endured the freezing cold of a bitter defeat on penalty kicks. Coming into this year, it strongly desires to reclaim its exclusive position of dominance. The goal-scoring machine named Mbappe has already started its engine, completely ready to push towards new boundaries. Every single statistic, every single pass, and every single goal at this current moment is a careful preparation for historic overthrows. Miroslav Klose's milestone of 16 goals is already right there in his line of sight. Pele's magnificent record still seems like a toweringly high mountain, but Mbappe has, at the very least, successfully passed the first stage. The upcoming journey undoubtedly contains plenty of tough challenges, but the number 10 of the French national team is absolutely ready to step up and face them head-on. At the very least, the first Ballon d'Or of his entire career serves as a massive reward and an incredibly huge motivation to keep driving him forward.